I took my kids to the airport to catch my cheating wife. My wife is away visiting a friend, and I recently learned she's with her manstress, who I caught last month when there was a bank account transaction that wasn't for the kids or myself. The item was obviously for someone specifically outside of the family, and it was another man. She said she'd cut things off and that it wasn't anything special. After reading an email that exposes that he's there with her, I'm contemplating parking and picking her up inside with our two kids to catch her coming into the terminal with said manstress rather than picking her up curbside. The kids wouldn't recognize him, but I want to show that I'm well aware of her couple's retreat. No confrontation would occur, especially given that it's an airport. Yet, kids are 7 and 4 and can't wait to pick up mom at the airport. I don't know if I could convince them to stay with our neighbor, babysitter. They wouldn't recognize him, unless they kiss goodbye. He's a coworker that hasn't ever been seen by the kids. Update, decision. If I can convince the kids to stay home, they'll stay with our neighbor. We're both Utah transplants, so no families around. Or I'll stay home with the kids and have her manstress bring her home. I don't need photo evidence since Utah is a no-fault state, and I already have written proof in emails and text chains. Update, finale. First, to all this, who said don't involve the kids, and taking them would be traumatic. The plan was to pick her up inside an airport simply to see her and him exit the terminal together. He travels often and parks at a nearby shuttle service, so they'd go their separate ways anyway. The hope was that she'd see who all is affected by her actions, leave with us, put the kids to bed, and discuss our next steps. Since everyone had a fit about taking the kids, I convinced them to stay home with our neighbor, a local third nana, if you will. Yes, I had to convince them, as they had discussed going to the airport with me since Sunday. Considering there isn't any family nearby, we do just about everything together. I can't wait to see Mommy. Is it Wednesday today? And so forth. I went solo with a small bouquet and a sign saying, I'm done. Unfortunately or fortunately, he was not with her as he caught an earlier flight. She immediately knew I knew he had joined her there, and guilt was shown. There was no confrontation or scene that almost everyone expected or maybe wanted. We spoke on the way home, and we'll discuss things further the rest of the week. Unbeknownst to me, she already put in her resignation effective Friday. I won't bother with future plans, but divorce is an 80% possibility. For those saying take photos, serve her papers at work, lock her out, take money out of our joint account, and other ridiculous suggestions, it's not that simple. That's what would be traumatizing to our children. The only simple thing is divorcing cheap without an attorney. It's just forms filed with the court. I get this. You get that. This is our custody agreement. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for those that understand my situation. And to others, thanks for showing me that Reddit is certainly not that place to ask for advice. It was the whole story. And now, let's dive into the comments to see what others think. You will be the asshole for taking your kids with you. I am all for confronting her, even with another witness, just not the kids. Even if they don't know what is going on, you will put them in the middle of an emotionally charged situation that should just be between their parents. Dude, using your children in this manner would be nasty and beneath you. I get that you want to confront her, and that's totally fair, but the kids don't need to have any part in your plans. Try just stepping back and really, honestly, looking at it from your kids' points of view. Like, would you have wanted to be drawn into mind games between your parents? And what if things blow up and get nasty? I say it's just safer to take the high road and go sans kids. Then whatever transpires is between you, your stebu, and her manstress. Keep the trauma for the kids to the barest minimum. From a guy that as a kid caught his dad doing basically the same stuff. please don't. It changed me, and pretty significantly. Honestly, I saw both my parents differently after that, and remember every detail about that day. I saw my mom, you, in this situation, in just as bad of a light as my dad. Kids shouldn't be exposed. Drop the kids off with someone and go yourself. Honestly, get a lawyer to draw up paperwork to have her served as well at the same time. Handle your shit as a man. Leave the kids out of it. This is between you and your soon-to-be ex-wife. It takes two to make a marriage work or fail. Accept it and move on. Time to start building a new and better life as a single father. Write in the comments what you think. Should he take his kids when confronting his wife?